What's good, everybody? This is Edgar, the host of Snug Wrestling, and I'm here to tell you guys about Aquila. If you guys are tired of your flimsy sunglasses, then listen up, because Aquila has handcrafted limited run shades straight from Los Angeles. They're made out of 50% recycled materials like plant-based cellulose, acetate, and titanium. They've also got UV blocking sun lenses, blue light options, and even prescription lenses. I know I need prescription lenses. I'm blind as ever. And these shades, these glasses, these frames, they're built to last and they look super clean. Plus, Aquila is serious about sustainability. They last a long time. They're also a member of a nonprofit organization, 1% for the planet, and that means 1% of every sale is donated to a reputable environmental organizations around the globe. And because you listen to us, Snug Wrestling, you get an exclusive 10% off any order with the code SNUG at checkout. That's SNUG at checkout. And full transparency, if you use that code, you help us out a lot because we earn a small commission, but it helps keep the show rolling. And you get top tier eyewear in return. So go to aquila.la, that's AKILA.LA, and level up your look, level up your shades responsibly.
It's on tonight! 4 letters! 1 word!
Snug!
Hey, this is your Olympic hero, Kurt Angle, and you're listening to Snug Wrestling. Oh, it's true. It's damn true.
Oh, God. Oh, it's sorry.
Oh, I know you ain't talking. Oh, I know you ain't talking, Mr. Bludd, with your ugly ass mug. Hey, that rhymes.
Thank God you wear sunglasses. That way I don't see the 100% of your face.
Oh my God, and your mic just cleared up just now too?
Yeah.
That's
I got the
even
voice of a
worse.
fucking angel. My voice sounds like two angels having sex on a cloud while one of them knits a silk sweater.
Yeah, if that angel is being kicked like a little crying puppy dog.
You're just jealous because your voice doesn't sound like soft soliloquy.
Ugh. Now you're right, I am jealous.
Whisper your name in my ear.
I also wish I sound like a dark, scary cartoon character.
I don't know what you're talking about. I sound like I could read you sweet nothings and make your legs shiver.
All right, bro, it's getting weird now.
Oh, it hasn't even begun.
Oh, shit. Well, you guys, we are recording on a Wednesday tonight because I'm going to be going out of town tomorrow to take care of some family business. It's going to be a crazy month. Next week, too. Is it next week? No, the end of the month, I'll be out of town as well. So, thankfully,
You got
Mr.
some,
Bludd,
yeah, you got some. Are you keeping it a surprise what you're going out of town for?
Nah.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, Snug Wrestling's got some really cool content coming up the next 2 weeks involving Edgar and his travels. So you guys be sticking tuned for that. There's also going to be a really cool collaboration that'll be happening for the Royal Rumble as well. So definitely be around for that when the time comes at the end of this month on the 31st.
Yeah, that's the plan. The plan is to go down to Tijuana to catch a AAA show with Soto 619, the homie Soto, shout out to him. And then since we're going to be in South Cali where Soto 619 is from, that's not just a nickname. He calls himself that because he is from the 619 San Diego where Rey Mysterio's from. And we're supposed to catch Royal Rumble over there as well. So that's going to be at the end of this month. So yeah, we're going to be putting out a bunch of content, a bunch of lucha content, AAA stuff. It's going to be dope, man. I'm pretty excited, but that's in the future. Today, we got a lot of fun topics for Mr. Bludd to go over. Just about what's happening.
About them.
Yeah. Where he's completely blind as to what I'm going to throw at him today, so this is going to be fun.
Yeah.
So before we get started, Bludd, anything new with you? What's going on with you, man? How was your day?
Well, my days was good. Was out with the wife all day, just doing a lot of stuff. Really quick, I'd like to do a couple of shout outs here. K9 Edits in the comments, sending a ton of roses and gifts. Wow, almost 40 roses and some other stuff I missed. And a massive shout out to ABCs in the comments as well, who spammed the like button. This live just started. This episode just started, already over 1.2 or 1,200 likes. So you guys are amazing. Thank you so much for sharing the live and liking the live. It really does get more eyes and ears in here. And just K9 Edits, thank you for being so gracious with those roses. I'm very grateful. It's very nice to see. But when it comes down to it, other than just being out with my wife all day and got some other stuff under the works, next week I will be attempting to contact a new agency to get some new representation. For those of you who don't know, your boy is an actor and a voice actor, but I've been freelance for, about 12 years now. So now I'm looking to finally hit my stride in the big leagues and start getting rejected a million times until I find the one that works. So other than that, just really excited for the next couple of weeks of wrestling. We're officially on the road to WrestleMania. Other than that, man, content's been doing great. We had another professional wrestler who I think might be signed with NXT, like one of our posts about Kit Wilson on Instagram. She's a girl in NXT. I'm blanking on her name and I apologize, but I did get that notification. It was her verified account, so that's cool. Always nice to get recognized. It was Ricochet last week or the week before. It's her today. It's Omos one day, Jericho another, Victoria another. So it's really great. Everything's been going real smooth, man.
Shout out to Yellow Shy Guy says, bro, turn the lights down if it's that bright in there. Nah, bro. This is a fashion statement, every cool podcaster wears sunglasses that I see. So I have to be cool like them, I have to.
Yeah. The fashion statement is that he's cross-eyed and you don't want you to know.
No, that is not the fashion statement. These are $5,000 Meta sunglasses. I have, all right. And,
he means the Monopoly money.
Yeah. And, my rich parents did not buy these for me. No, I'm not. I'm kidding. These are not Meta glasses.
Before we get started, just a couple more. Shout out to Joshua Thompson, a really good friend of mine, local friend of mine, really awesome. Sup, man. And from Talon Williams, greetings from Chattanooga, Tennessee. Welcome. Roman Snow, a very, very regular weekly viewer on the podcast. Roman Snow 13 says, what's up? What's up, brother? And greetings from Springfield. So thank you guys for all filing in, man. We got a lot of cool shit to cover here.
Yeah. Shout out to user 44022398558592. Thank you for your comment. Mr. Bludd, do y'all think Theory is working for Seth? Here we go. That's a good question.
Yes, I absolutely think that right now he is building the trust of the vision, building up a trust with Paul Heyman, and I think he is a sleeper agent for Seth Rollins, and I will tell you why. A lot of people don't like to think back to a very specific time in WWE of recent years where it was nearly unwatchable. Specifically, the COVID era of pro wrestling with no fans in the crowd. And people forget when Seth Rollins became the Monday Night Messiah, he was with Akar and Razor, or Akam and Razor, that were a tag team in WWE at the time, Authors of Pain. He also had other disciples, Buddy Matthews, and people forget this because it only lasted about 2 months, Austin Theory. Austin Theory has had a lot to do with Seth in the past, even sporadically. And notice how when he came back, he was using the stomp. He was using Seth's maneuvers. He has history with Seth. I do not think it's a stretch to say that he has infiltrated the vision on Seth's behalf to reintroduce himself in a major story as a heel so they can turn him into a massive baby face later this year. Because remember, they always wanted to push Theory. They just didn't know how to connect him with a crowd in a way that worked. Where he was getting over with fans when he was with Grayson, and when they were teasing the breakup stuff with Grayson, when DIY was trying to get Austin Theory on the side of the light 2 years ago and get him to realize Grayson was using him as a meat shield. He was getting cheered. He was getting reactions. So WWE knows there is something here with Austin, with the right story, with the right booking, and with enough time to cook in the kitchen. And I absolutely think this is their way into that, for sure.
Yeah, that seems to be the theory going around right now with a lot of wrestling fans. See what I did there? But I don't want to see that happen. I do not want to see that happen. As much as that might happen, it makes sense. I want to see Theory be a full-blown Paul Heyman guy and be the meanest, nastiest heel Theory can be. So when Seth Rollins comes back, I would like to see Austin Theory versus Seth Rollins. And I just think Austin Theory, they were kind of pulling for Austin Theory like before he left, like last year or whatever it was, how long time ago. The people were getting behind Austin Theory, and yeah, I guess that could be a major babyface turn for him, but I want to see mean and pitiful Austin Theory. That's what I want to see. But hey.
You want to hear something really crazy? You know, like WWE's continuity, if we're talking about like things that are logical here. Austin Theory beat John Cena at WrestleMania. Mm-hmm. That means if Theory can beat John Cena, if Theory can beat the greatest of all time, quote unquote, that means Theory could beat Gunther.
Yeah, that would be a good match.
That means Theory could beat Brock Lesnar. That means Theory could beat Seth Rollins. Theory could beat Roman Reigns. Theory could beat AJ Styles. That's what's crazy. If he can beat Cena, Cena beat all those guys too. So it's like,
I mean, all those matches are believable matches. They can make some good shit out of that, I think.
I mean, if you're going by WWE's own booking and logic, if Theory can beat John Cena, he can beat Gunther because Gunther beat John Cena. If Theory could beat, or at least he'd match up. But let me put it this way. Anybody that Cena has beaten, so I guess maybe not Gunther, anybody Theory or Cena has beaten, Theory could also beat. Anybody Cena has pinned, you can make the argument that Theory can beat them because he beat John.
Yeah.
If he was good enough to beat John, he's good enough to beat them.
Thank you guys for the follows, Everin Beat 305 and user with the long ass phone number. I appreciate it. Keep on double tapping the screen. Keep on commenting and all that good stuff. This is a perfect segue to one of the topics that I had planned today for us, Mr. Bludd. And this is regarding Bron Breakker. The reason Bron Breakker was suspended from the WWE is a subtle genius play. This is from an article from the Daily DDT. And I thought they had an interesting prediction that I didn't think about that I thought was worth mentioning. And I want to hear what you think about this, Bludd. Where they say, so he gets suspended backstage, blah, blah, blah. Where do I fast forward to the real thing? The Vision has a obvious heel presence in WWE. I should have been more prepared. Sorry, guys. So any fans who were getting, okay, that's not it. Okay, here we go. Bron Breakker suspension opens up an epic WrestleMania card. The Vision has been going after CM Punk or his World Heavyweight Championship for as long as he held it just last week. Breakker tried but failed. It's no coincidence that on the same night as Breakker got suspended, CM Punk decided on a title defense against Finn Balor. Breakker won't like Balor getting the opportunity that should be his, but this feels meticulously planned by the WWE. Absence makes the heart grow fonder. A few weeks out of WWE action will only make the inevitable return of Bron Breakker at the Men's Royal Rumble even more exciting. Like he wasn't hungry enough already. The Doberman will come back with his stomach rumbling for Punk's heavyweight championship. And if he still has it around his waist by then, basically they're predicting Bron Breakker is going to win the Royal Rumble. And we're going to be seeing CM Punk versus Bron Breakker at WrestleMania.
Well, we already know that was a plan that has been floating around in the news pool for a couple weeks now that the plans are kind of solidified, that WWE is apparently, it's been in the news that apparently it's been corroborated. WWE has their 2 main events already picked out for WrestleMania this year. And one of them is Braun versus Punk for that world title. So even if Braun doesn't win the chamber, let's say Roman does, or let's say Sammy does to fight for the undisputed title, Bron Breakker could absolutely win the Elimination Chamber and still go on to pick Punk. I do not see Braun, however, being gone all the way until Royal Rumble. And I will tell you why. The end of that entire segment on Monday was was Bron Breakker getting suspended by Adam Pearce.
Mm-hmm.
And then Paul Heyman immediately followed it up and said, that's a mistake because you touched him first. So if that's the case, I think next week or the week after, we have a segment with Adam Pearce in the ring having to apologize to Bron Breakker because Paul Heyman's going to go over his head to executives in storyline, and they're going to threaten to take his job if he doesn't. Or this could lead to a filler feud between Braun and Adam Pearce, where we get a match between the two. People forget Adam Pearce was a professional wrestler for a long time, as was Nick Aldis, and they both are former NWA champions. And Adam Pearce is no slouch. You saw them standing next to each other in that ring. Adam Pearce is not only taller than Braun, he's just as wide and just as thick.
I think
under that suit, there's still a lot of fucking muscle ready to go.
I think if either one of those GMs is going to get in the ring anytime soon, I think it's got to be Nick Aldis before Adam Pearce.
I don't know. The way they're setting Adam Pearce up, because got to think, it got physical with Bron Breakker. He touched Braun, but Braun put his hands on him. Then he got in his face, spit flying and everything. They were trying to hold him back. He was ready to go.
Yeah.
I think that if you're pulling Bron Breakker away from Punk just long enough to let it cool off so a little bit of time passes as we're on our way to Mania, I think it makes sense to put Balor in that spotlight. Balor needs something to do. Remember, JD and Dom are both injured, so there's nothing he can do to come out there and interfere and protect their titles, and they're not going to throw him out there to interfere in women's shit because there's already 3 women in the Judgment Day that can already handle interference. So you got to have Finn do something. And also, WWE always does this. When they're on their tours, they're randomly going to remember, hey, you're from this one country that we're going to, right? Yeah. We're going to put you in a match to give you a highlight to pop that crowd and fill some seats. Even though we'd have no plans of putting the title on you, we're just going to do it because it sells extra tickets. It's exactly what they did with Piper Niven. Let's not forget. So, and let's also not forget that they are literally in his home country next week. That is the only reason Finn has that match. That means this is going to be a really quick 1-week feud, and they move on. And then other challengers to fill Punk's time until Rumble, Chamber, skip a month for March because there's no PLE, and then Mania. So I think that's really what's going on here.
Braden Stashy, I hope I said your last name right, if that even is your real name. Thank you for the follow. So the Royal Rumble is like 17 days away exactly. 2 weeks and 3 days. I don't think that's a very long time. I think you can keep Bron Breakker off TV for 17 days, 2 weeks, and then bring him back at the Rumble.
But it wouldn't make sense for Paul Heyman to bring up that very floated threat to Adam Pearce if they were still going to let the suspension sit.
Yeah. Or could be like, hey, you put your hands on my guy, so now you have to put him in the Rumble.
Hey, shout out to Dead King 405 in the comments. He says Finn should win the title again. I think that Finn has always deserved the world title. I think WWE knew that from the beginning. That's why they made him the inaugural Universal Champion. They just knew he had it. They saw it in him. He was that and is still that very fucking good even 10 years later.
But no.
They got scared. They got scared because he got injured on his first match, for the title, and they chalked him up to being injury prone, which is hilarious because they still put the title on Chelsea Green a couple times. That girl breaks something 3 times a year. Rhea Ripley, how many times has she been injured in the last 3 years? They still try to make her a champion. Same thing with Asuka, same thing with Charlotte, I think that thank God Vince is gone, because Vince always, you got injured once, you were automatically considered unreliable. That's exactly what happened to Dolph Ziggler. They had every fucking intention of making him a world champion, had him win the fucking thing, cash in on Alberto Del Rio. He got injured within like a month, took the title off, came back. He was back in the mid card. They never pushed him towards it again because they were scared that he was injury prone. They never risked it again. Same thing. Now with Triple H and Shawn and Nick Khan in charge, they're willing to give people a better chance to go, hey, I got hurt, but that was a fluke.
As much as I love Finn Balor, he's not main event WrestleMania status at this point, or this time around. I mean, last year he was in the middle of the card in a triple threat match, I believe, for the Intercontinental Championship with Dom and Bron Breakker specifically. Yeah, I don't see Finn Balor winning the title in main events in WrestleMania this year. It has to be Punk.
No, of course not. Not for the stories that they've been cooking for months now. There's no place for him in the world title scene at Mania. But I do believe, regardless, he is someone who has always deserved to be in main event status. Ooh. He is just that fucking good.
Lil A Thunder. Good, funny. That's a funny name. They want to see Jericho win the... Okay, no. So at first I thought they said, I want to see Jericho at the Rumble. But no, they took it a step further and said, I want to see Jericho win the Rumble. I don't know about that.
Well, you're going to be waiting about another year because the reports say his contract goes all the way through the end of this year. So maybe 2027 Royal Rumble. But I also... You already know, we're doing predictions here in 2 weeks, but you already know I'm a heavy believer. It's Sami Zayn winning that Royal Rumble. And if not him, it's Roman or Braun. There is no other three. And let me put it this way. Royal Rumble is in fucking Saudi Arabia. How do you not have Sami Zayn win that Royal Rumble and then go on to face maybe Cody or Drew, whoever's champion at the time, maybe even in a triple threat or a fatal four-way for the the Undisputed Championship? Because Braun has got that other slot. He has the other slot. So either Sammy wins the Rumble or Sammy wins the Chamber, but I think it's the Rumble. I think he's the only one that makes sense. I think you can give Finn more shit to do next year. I think you can give Jericho more shit to do next year. I think you got to play the cards with the stories you already have cooking. And Sammy's over there on SmackDown screaming at the top of his lungs, he will be world champion. I don't think they had him come back and cut that promo right ahead of Rumble for no reason.
So, okay, let's lay this all on the line right now. So you said Bron Breakker has a slot, right? No matter if it's the Rumble, Elimination Chamber, or whatever.
Yeah, according to reports, it's him, Punk. So long as, God willing, no one gets injured between now and then, it is him and Punk at Mania in one of those main events. The reports say that WWE has solidified that as one of the main events this year.
So, okay, so you got Breakker and Punk for one. And then for the other main event for the second night of this buy one, get one WrestleMania, according to CM Punk, when he was in AEW, you have Sami Zayn versus Drew McIntyre at Mania.
Whoever is Undisputed Champion, I think Sammy's involved in that match, whether it be a one-on-one, a trios, a four-way. Because here's the thing. We already know the fact that the reports have heavily spoken to this with some corroboration of this story, that Roman Reigns last year decided to use some politicking backstage to get his character moved to Raw. He wanted to do stories on Raw because he wanted to work with Bron Breakker, according to reports. He also stated that he wanted to be involved in a major title feud or be a champion again this year. That was according to the reports, that he politicked for that. Now, on top of that, the other thing he specifically politicked for was that he wanted to work Cody for a third time. Cody Roman 3, with or without a title. He wants either him and Braun at some point this year or him and Cody. And since we already thought, hey, it must be Braun versus Brock Lesnar at some point. Nope. Brock Lesnar retires this year, apparently at SummerSlam, And the rumor has it, the reports have it, that they've been building Gunther's credibility up. Why they had him beat John in the first place, because Gunther is retiring Brock Lesnar at SummerSlam, which means Brock is probably taking Braun is taking Roman at SummerSlam. So that means that this Mania season, I'm telling you, 3 matches, and you can fucking quote me on this. Punk Braun, Cody Roman, Sammy, whomever is champion. Or undisputed champion. I'm telling you, those are the matches.
That's the thing about those reports, man. I don't believe half of this shit that they say. Like, I feel like most of it is just fucking clickbait. Like, yeah, Roman Reigns is politicking backstage. Like, bro, I probably believe like 20% of all those fucking reports when it comes to shit like that, if I'm being. But that's just
politicking isn't always negative. Politicking can just be, look, I mean, because if you look at if at the exact same time those reports came, all of a sudden Roman returned on Raw, and then Sammy randomly got moved over to SmackDown for no reason, even though he was in the middle of the Vision storyline, because they were saying that Roman's move actually screwed Sammy a little bit, because putting Roman over there meant they needed someone to fill a slot over there. So they insert Roman into the Vision story. They take Sammy out of it because there's too many people, and they automatically reward, hey, we're taking out, but we're going to reward you with the U.S. title.
Yeah.
So, I think that was the trade-off.
Shout out to Shadow King. Says, I want to see Demon Finn come back. Demon Finn versus Bron Breakker for the world title. There's a lot of fans that want to see the Demon come back. I don't think in this year of 2026 we're going to see that, though.
Really quick, I don't know who Totoro McIntyre is. It keeps sending me an invite to co-host or something. If you're watching this, unfortunately, I'm in the middle of something, so we're not doing hosting or guest spots right now. Or if you want me to join your live, I am currently busy at the moment with our podcast work, but I appreciate it.
Shout out to Debate 32 Wrestling. Meltzer also said they're putting the title on Cody again for Mania versus... Fuck Dave Meltzer. That's what I was going to say about that.
I could, you know what? You can take almost everything Dave Meltzer says with a pinch of salt, because Dave Meltzer is literally the wrestling equivalent of trust me.
Yeah.
Like, just trust me, bro. Just trust me. I have it on good authority. Whose authority? Don't worry about that. Just trust me, bro.
Yeah. Also, Big Papa K, shout out to them, says he said he wants more creative control with the Demon, he being Finn Balor. But wouldn't that just seem like just out of the blue if Finn Balor just shows up next week versus CM Punk as the Demon? Or do you think
really.
that would make sense because it's his hometown?
It would be cool in his hometown, but I don't know if you watched the What Do You Want to Talk About episode that Cody Rhodes just released.
Bro, this is the only podcast I listen to.
Well, you got to listen to it because you get some really good shit out of it. But he interviewed Finn Balor. First interview Finn's done, I think he said in like 5 or 6 years. And great interview. And he talked about the Demon specifically. He said it was a touchy subject because when he invented the Demon, it was because he wanted to turn heel in Japan and he wanted to be unrecognizable from what everybody saw him as. He wanted to reinvent himself. And he always felt like the Demon was this opposite, was just him, but, turned up in a way that he looked cooler. He seemed more intimidating. When he got to WWE and they took the Demon, they tried to book the Demon, in his words, as, the Demon only comes out when I'm pushed too far. I get beat up too much, and then the Demon. So he said it was sour for him because he goes, oh, so you're saying Finn can't win and Finn gets his ass kicked, but when the Demon comes out, the Demon's good. And he said, and I hated that because I felt like you were telling me, oh, Finn's not good, but the Demon is.
That makes sense. Yeah.
And so he said he didn't want to do it for a long time. And he goes, he's like, I would want to do it now, but if I did, I would want more creative control over the character because I created it. And WWE basically started branding it and marketing it a different way than I had ever intended the character to.
Wow. Okay. Yeah, I didn't know that.
Don't think he should bring it out now.
Right. Well, let's switch gears here a little bit because time is moving very, very fast tonight. And I want to cover a couple more of these topics. This next topic I want to talk about is this European tour This European tour that they're doing this whole month of January, where the wrestling shows are super fucking early, and the spoilers are out there for the people that can't watch it at the Ass Crack of Dawn or whatever. They're having some really good live events that, aren't televised, just like house shows. What?
Yeah, and I was thinking of a clip I saw of there was a live event where I think it was Finn Balor, because we were just talking about him, versus Jey Uso, and they were trying to convince the ref to start yeeting. So the ref they play the music, the ref just goes, and he just turns and goes to the ropes and starts yeeting on the fucking ropes with Jey and Finn Balor. I thought it was great. I just had that thought. I didn't mean to interrupt you. It just popped in my head, and I was like, God, live events are so fucking fun.
Dude, I've been seeing clips of Finn Balor baby facing at these live events.
Oh, yeah, because
super hard.
Live events are all non-canon. That's just where they go to have fun and maybe test out some things before they televise it. But live events are considered completely non-canon.
Rob Wrestling, what up? Thank you for the follow. OG Kuai Liang. What character is he talking about? We're talking about the Demon, Finn Balor's alter ego, but we're moving on. Check out these matches that they've been having at these live events, bro. And I'm kind of jealous. Gunther versus El Grande Americano, the greatest luchador in the world. I know you'll like this one. Maxine Dupree defeated Roxanne Perez. What about that? Your girl getting some W's.
Fuck yeah. And I don't care for Roxanne anyway, so awesome.
Alexa Bliss and... Okay, we're going to play the guessing game. This is a mixed tag team match. Who do you think Alexa Bliss teamed up with at this live event?
A mixed tag match. It's kind of weird. Without Braun Strowman, it's kind of like, who the fuck would you team up with? I'm going to say for the...
Well, hold on. Let me give you some more clues.
No, I think I can take an easy guess here.
Okay.
I think, just to pop the crowd and for feels, I think maybe she teamed with Uncle Howdy.
Negative.
Because she used to work with Bray.
Negative. Dragon Lee versus Asuka and Kofi Kingston.
Holy, what did I do? Hit random on WWE 2K25?
That's why I was telling you, let me give you some clues, but you're like, no, I'm Mr.
I wanted
Bludd.
to have a fun guess. Also, really quick, Roman Snow 13 asks, what's wrong with Roxanne? There's nothing wrong with Roxanne. My personal thing is she does not impress me because there's not a goddamn thing she does that the next 5 women on the roster don't already do. She kind of is a mix between stealing Liv Morgan's character and AJ Lee's character, and she does a lesser extent version of it. I do, however, respect and praise her for her work ethic and acumen, starting training at 15 years old and taking 6-hour round trips to train. As a former wrestler myself, I respect that grind in my bones, because at 15... no wonder she already made it to the dub.
Shout out to the boy Kane. Haven't seen you in years. I remember you used to stream AEW. We're not telling people that, all right? We're not telling people that. I used to stream AEW because Tony Khan will come after me. But yeah, good to have you back, man. This is a new page. Be sure to follow the new page. But yeah, things are cooking in this European tour for this live event, having crazy matches. This other one, too, was Drew McIntyre versus Shinsuke Nakamura and Ilya Dragunov in a triple threat match for the WWE Championship. How about that?
That was a triple threat match?
Yeah, Drew McIntyre defeated Shinsuke and Ilya Dragunov to retain WWE Championship. Sounds like a triple threat match to me.
First off, I'm wondering if that's the match that after it ended, Drew had like a heartfelt speech to the crowd. But because I saw a clip of him at the live event get on the mic and he said some heartfelt stuff about it. But I'm kind of jealous now. Drew, do you have any idea how good? Even Shinsuke is like WWE watered Shinsuke. Shinsuke is one of the greatest fucking wrestlers of his generation, and you can fight me. I will fucking unalive on that hill. But Ilya is my fucking guy, bro. I would smack the taste. I would reach to this screen and slap the taste out of your mouth just to get 5 minutes of match time between Drew and Ilya Dragunov. That would be such a great match. You know why? Because I've seen Ilya versus fucking Gunther. Drew is a different side of the coin of Gunther. That would be awesome. And I cannot believe Ilya is getting a title match, but not on TV. Come on, bro.
Yeah,
be
bro.
fair, WWE. There's only a couple things I ask for a year: lower taxes, affordable gas, new action figure price releases, little bit of booty, and some great matchups. Come on, give me Ilya versus Drew, please.
Ilya Dragunov is in those qualifying matches on SmackDown.
I know. And again, the live events a lot of the time are used as testing grounds to see what would work on TV, what might not. So they use them as experimental shows as well. So like it would be really fucking cool to see that triple threat run back on a Friday night SmackDown or something on TV. Oh, bro.
Yeah, and it gets better or worse for us because we don't actually get to watch these matches. Bron Breakker versus Javon Evans.
Considering we were talking about the comparisons between the two on Monday's episode, that would be a fun match. Did they ever face off? Did they ever face off in NXT?
I don't know.
Because
I wasn't watching
at the same
NXT.
time, weren't they?
At some point, yeah.
I think towards the end, like Javon's was there for a little while. I think he might have been there at the end of Bron Breakker, like right before he got called up.
I don't think
Roman Snow says no, they did not face. But,
yeah, I don't think their paths crossed then in that case.
But that would be that'd be a fun match to watch. I wonder if I can find any clips after this on TikTok for the live event. That'd be great.
Well, I can tell you that
like working together.
I could tell you that I was right when we were comparing these two because Bron Breakker defeated Javon Evans, the better wrestler won. Right. The right guy won the match.
Right, because they booked him to do it. They could have
bro. I don't know what you're talking about.
Keep in mind, on a live event does nothing for the momentum of a talent. They could have easily booked Javon to win, and who was going to do anything
Sounds like a sorry loser to me.
It's not canon to TV. They could have had Javon go over.
If I haven't heard excuses.
Nice to know that suspension isn't sticking already.
I know excuses when I hear him, Bludd.
Oh, please. He's probably only suspended from Raw, though. Live events in SmackDown probably don't count. Same thing with Drew when he got, quote-unquote, suspended from SmackDown. He went straight over to fucking Raw. He's like, I'll just hang out here then.
Shadow King, I see your comment. Good comment. I'm going to read it because we have a couple more matches here. I want to brag about that. The fans in Europe get to enjoy and live, and we do not.
A lot of cool-ass shit, too, they get to see. But shout out really quick to... the official Eli. Ilya would be a great title defense for McIntyre. It's a layup win for Drew, he means, but it gets Ilya in the door.
Say that again. I'm sorry. I didn't catch that.
So Ilya would be a great title defense for McIntyre. It's a layup win for McIntyre. Obviously, McIntyre wins, he's saying, but it gets Ilya in the door, in the conversation of like, peeking into the main event scene or showcasing that he could, in fact, do some really good shit in that scene if given the chance.
Yeah, I wouldn't be mad at that. I would like to see that. Here's the thing, though. There's a lot of people that actually believe that Drew McIntyre is only holding the championship because of this European tour, and he's going to lose it as soon as they come back to the States.
Oh, I agree. I hate to say this. I 100% agree that I think he's a transitional champion.
That would literally suck.
They literally put it on him because he will be probably more over in Europe than Cody might be. Now, Cody's over everywhere, but you're talking about they're in the European tour. So you're talking about this is, he's Scottish, right? But he's technically considered British. So it's like, okay, I think that while we're over here, we have you as a champion for a month and a half. We take it off you at the Rumble or at Chamber. So we'll leave it on you here. You lose it at the Chamber. And then, maybe you fight back for it at Mania. Who knows? But I could definitely see him being a transitional champion.
I hope
and not because he's bad, just because that's how WWE books shit.
Big Papa K says, I'm not asking for much. I just want Drew to keep it until Mania. I want to see Drew go over at Mania because he never got that time of day. Never got that spotlight, that big victory because of COVID. COVID fucked everything up.
Oh, Tadu, listen to this one.
Okay.
Tadu says, losing it to Sammy at the Rumble, ?
I hope not. But going back to Shadow King's comment, speaking of Drew, do you think Jacob Fatu would get thrown in the match somehow with Cody and Drew? Yeah, I can see that happening. Another triple threat match. Here we go again.
Absolutely, and I'll tell you why. Reports came out that so here's the thing that got confirmed. The reason the title got put on Drew was because Cody and Drew both went to certain producers that they knew were the right ones to go to, got in their ears so they could take it to the right people above them, because Cody wanted to drop the title to Drew. They both asked for it. Because remember, they wanted to do it last year. Remember, the whole thing was Cody said he wanted to drop it to Drew there due to an interference gone wrong by Randy, and they said no. So this time, they went around to the right producers who got in the right people's ears on the writing team, and then they made it happen. Because Cody's a smart guy. He knows that some of the fans are turning on him. He knows if he's a champion too long, he gets stale. He also knows his brand's not going to get hurt if he's not champion. Cody, for all of his positive qualities, let's be honest about something real quick here. He is more interesting as a chaser. And that's what happens with most baby faces. They're all better as chasers. So when it comes down to it, I think Drew was the right call, but I could see them putting it back on him because they think having Cody in a marquee match already as champion might help sell out Elimination Chamber, might help sell out WrestleMania, which will already sell out anyway. But you know how WWE thinks. How can they guarantee the biggest fucking gates? The biggest stars are the people come to see. And we love Drew, but he's not Cody.
Kit Wilson versus CM Punk.
Sure. Maybe on a live event.
Nah, I'm kidding.
Cult of Personality versus the Kit Wilson new theme song.
Bro, that theme song goes super hard though. Kit Wilson.
Oh my fucking God.
Kit Wilson. That shit hard. Ooh, that shit's good. Now I would like to see Cody versus Jacob Fatu at WrestleMania or the Rumble or Elimination Chamber.
Well, I didn't finish my thought here because I actually forgot it. So apparently the real plan was always for Drew, Jacob, and Cody to feud in a three-way feud last fall before Jacob had to go out for teeth surgery. When he had to go out for teeth surgery, instead of moving Drew on temporarily, they said, fuck it, we'll keep it as a one-on-one feud and continue it. The plan was always, according to reports that have been confirmed, for Jacob to return on that SmackDown and to then do the feud they wanted to do last year. So this feud includes all three of them, and it was always supposed to.
All right, we got one more question before we move on to our next topic because we are running out of time for tonight. From Big Papa K, there was a report that Cody will have a full evolution of his character. Thoughts on that, Bludd?
Repeat that question.
Big Papa K says, and I quote, there was a report. I'm already fucking it up. There was a report that Cody will have a full evolution of his character. Thoughts?
Full evolution. Is he talking about a heel turn?
I don't know. That's what they said.
Here's the
thing. What
do
you think?
If they plan on keeping Cody not as a chaser for the foreseeable future, which is fine. Again, Cody is a better chaser. You don't want him to get so stale with that title that you're begging for someone to take it off of him, because then he's not your white meat beloved babyface. Now he's getting go away heat, and that's not good for his character. And Cody is extremely popular with kids. He's the only person, that's the only group of WWE fans who won't sour on him at some point are the kids. The problem is that do you keep him as this super self-righteous babyface, or do we mix it up a little bit and give him some more edge, some more attitude? I'm not saying he needs to turn fully heel. I'm saying maybe he needs to be a bit more pissed off in his character. He doesn't need to be a full heel, but I would not hate a tweener because I think that would add more layers. He's willing to take on anybody, his own friends, his own enemies. He's not going to sit there and run out and save everybody's ass all the time because it's the right thing to do. He's going to be like, well, I mean, if I help you, it keeps you fresh for our match. And no offense, but I'm trying to be champion. It'd be a lot easier to be champion if you were injured. You know what I'm saying? So, like, we need Cody to have more layers, more edge. I don't need a full-blown heel turn unless it's justified.
Yeah. And then we live in a day, too, where the heels are cool. Like, when Drew McIntyre won that title, that whole fucking arena exploded. Like, fuck. So it might even give Cody that edge that, you know, some people want to see. Make him cooler, make him fresh coat of paint. You know, who knows?
Yeah. I think if you turn him heel, and it's going to be the same thing that WWE was afraid of with John Cena. Why they didn't turn John Cena heel all those years ago. They were afraid. All the charity stuff that Cody does, that John does, all the merch that gets sold, all the toys, the connection with the kids. You risk that money. And at the end of the day, WWE is a business. And could you imagine if Cody turned on the fans? Do you think these kids are begging their parents to sell? Because kids are very fickle too. If their hero turns on them, the first person that they automatically want to cheer is the new hero. Whoever steps up to stop Cody. If it's Randy, Randy's shirt sales are going to go through the fucking roof. But Cody's will plummet. And that's not good for business. So I think if you're going to turn him anything, make him a cool, edgy tweener, because then the younger teenagers, the 11, 12, 13, 14-year-olds are going to really, really vibe with him. The same way we did with Punk when we were still like in our late teens, early 20s. You know, he was for us, he was that cool, edgy, different thing that we clicked with. That's what Cody would need to be. I think turning him full heel would be a fucking financial.
Shout out to the
homie. Didn't work with Austin either.
Well, not yet, but we don't know because we haven't tried.
No, I mean Stone Cold.
Oh,
it was a massive failure when they turned Stone Cold heel.
I thought you were talking about Theory, but okay. Shout out to the homie Wicked Bitter. I feel like Cody would never turn heel. Good friend of the show. Shout out to you, brother. Thank you for your comment. Mr. Bludd, you like to cook, right? You like to cook in the kitchen and
used to be a chef. Yes.
Yeah. So you'll get a kick out of this. Check this out. And I swear this is wrestling related, y'all. The article is called WWE's The Usos are getting their own culinary show. Can you imagine that? What's your favorite recipe? Like something easy, like that you can like list right now, like all the ingredients.
I actually cook over 200 dishes.
Okay, bro, pick one. Goddamn.
Let's go with one that's easy for jambalaya.
All right.
Nice Louisiana Cajun style jambalaya.
All right, give me the ingredients, but use your best Jay Uso voice.
Fuck. Okay. Hey, what up, Boost?
Yeet.
All right, so listen, me and my bro, we about to get down here. We about to cook some shit.
Yeet.
Ever had that good old Southern cooking? Yeet. What you know about jambalaya? Yeet. It's supposed to be spicy. I can't do that at my age, Boost. I'm 40 years old. Can't do that no more. Constitution can't handle it. No, yeet. Listen to me. All right, so what you want? You gonna want your chicken,
yeet,
your sausage,
yeet,
your shrimp, yeet. You want a little bit of Louisiana hot sauce, yeet. You want some Creole Cajun seasoning, yeet. All right, you also want some rice, long grain, jasmine, yeet. You don't want no brown rice, no yeet. You want a can of tomato paste, yeet. You gonna make sure you gonna get that pot hot. First, you gonna cook down, right? Your sausage, Oos, get it caramelized in the pan. Take it out. Take that chicken, put it right in there. Let it mix in the flavors. Yeah, don't forget to season, Oos. Get all that season. If you ain't sneezing, Oos, it ain't season, Oos. Take that out, right? You don't put the shrimp in yet. Never put the shrimp in yet. You gonna overcook it. Ain't no one trying to chew on no goddamn rubber, Oos. It's like chewing on real Ripley ass. It's too chewy. It's definitely yeet. All right. Then once you take out that, you gonna go ahead and put in your trinity. That's peppers, yeet, onions, yeet, celery, yeet, tomato paste, yeet, little bit of oregano, little bit of parsley, yeet. You gonna put in some Worcestershire sauce, yeet, however the hell you supposed to say it, yeet. We call W sauce in the house, W dub sauce, yeet. Then once you do that, you stir it, decaramelize the pan, yeet, pour in your long grain rice, yeet. Then you're going to let it toast the rice a little bit while it's absorbing all the flavors, yeet. Then after that, you're going to take your chicken broth or stock of your choice, yeet. You're going to pour it in the pan, stir it around, make sure it starts bubbling a little bit, yeet. Reintroduce your chicken, yeet. Your sausage, yeet. Then you're going to add in your shrimp for the last 25 minutes because the steam going to cook it, yeet. And once you do that, you're going to leave it with the pot lid on 25 minutes. Don't lift it. Don't let the steam out. Yeet. And it's going to absorb that rice. You can check on at 25. Open that lid. Fluff the rice. Make sure it's cooked all the way through. No one's trying to eat no crunchy rice. Yeet. That's some shit that CM Punk might cook in his Chicago-ass white boy kitchen. Yeet. And then you're going to serve that shit up with some crusty, crunchy baguette bread on the side. Yeet.
Dude, I can't wait, man. That shit's going to be so funny to watch, man. That's going to be so good. Check this out. So, as part of its official launch, Fanatic Studio will partner with LA28, Tom Brady, Fox Sports, ESPN, WWE, and MLB to produce content for WWE. The studio looks to produce several projects, including an unscripted culinary series featuring World Tag Team Champions Jimmy and Jay Uso.
Shout out to do in the comments. He says there's a YouTube video of the Usos making Samoan style barbecue.
Oh, there you go.
If you want some real Samoan style barbecue or some real like Polynesian style, Hawaiian style, you've gotta go to luau's. You've got like Samoans can cook, Polynesians can cook. We promise you, some of the best shit you've ever ate in your life. I promise you.
But yeah, that's going to be fun. That was fun, Bludd. Thank you for doing that. That's going to make a pretty funny clip for the socials. Sorry, man, but I have to.
Please make sure you give context. So it's not just me starting off with the recipe. Like, you got to put your part in there where you want me to, you say that you asked me to do it that way. People are going to be like, the fuck am I watching?
Mr. Bludd impersonates Jay Uso for fun is going to be the title. No, I'm kidding. Yeah, I'll do my best. We got a couple more minutes, Bludd. You got time for one more really quick one? All right.
Yeah, I'm good. We got technically another 12 till our time cuts, so.
All right, let's see. So I'm gonna let you pick
Subway.
I'm gonna let you pick here between these two. We can either talk about your girl Tiffany Stratton or your boy Dirty Dom. Or none. Or we can just wrap it up. It's up to you.
Rephrase that question, and you rephrase it right, because you know what you did.
Your girl, the best female wrestler in the world. Your quote, not mine.
Fuck you sideways.
Tiffany Stratton's potential WWE return date revealed. Or we can go over Dirty Dom injury status.
Oh, God. I hope Tiffany's returning to NXT. We can talk about Dom. I don't need to wash my mouth out with soap before I even eat dinner.
Okay. So as of now, Dominic Mysterio has relinquished the title. No, I'm kidding. So it's looking good. Things have been optimistic according to this report. Multiple reputable sources confirm that Dom won't need surgery. We knew that. As of now, the recovery window being discussed is only a few weeks. So he's still double champion, right? Intercontinental and AAA mega champion. If it's only a few weeks, what?
What was the official injury he had, by the way? Because JD's out too, and apparently JD is needing surgery.
He did a Hurricane Rana on the floor at a AAA show, and I think he landed badly. Kind of like the same way that Penta did, I believe.
What's the irony of that? He used that to trick the ref in the match with John Cena, and then it actually fucking happens. That's fucking horrific irony, especially it was scripted and irony still found him.
Why do they keep doing that shit on the floor is what I don't get.
Guys, stop slamming your fucking upper bodies shoulder first.
Yeah.
They fucking popping out like Legos, man.
But he did finish that
everybody's
match.
Everybody's got a fucking shoulder injury this year, I swear, and last year. A couple weeks, glad to hear it. Please coast him back in carefully. Don't just throw him in the biggest fucking match you can think of. Because I'd love to see Dom still champion at Mania. But like, I'm glad he doesn't need surgery because he's doing some of the not some. He is doing the best work of his entire career thus far, and to have him have to go out for surgery, which could take him out 4 to 6 months, depending on how bad it is, sometimes worse or longer, depending on what it is. Having to vacate those titles when he is doing so much for AAA right now, and that brand new ownership, with WWE, and that's really fresh, and AAA is very, very, very fucking popular right now, and he's extremely beloved on the main roster. He truly did the one thing no one thought he could do. He really did capture that perfect blend of Eddie and Ray, where he is a Mysterio, but he is the cool, beloved heel that gets cheered for being a horrible, evil prick. And again, he's in my opinion, he's like Bron Breakker. He's like a once in a generation talent. I'm glad he doesn't need surgery. I just hope he recovers very nicely, very easily. And when he comes back, nothing else happens, because this is Mania season. And to vacate both titles this close to some of the biggest, wrestling season events of the year, the calendar year, no one wants to see that, man. Dom is have to step away.
Shadow King, thank you for all the gifts. Yeah, he's got to be back soon, because this weekend in AAA, El Grande Americano and Hijo del Vikingo are going to fight for a number 1 contenders match to face Dom. So he's definitely got to be back soon to defend that AAA Mega Championship. So yeah, that should be interesting. We're going to be seeing Dirty Dom come back soon. I'm pretty sure he's going to get a huge pop when he comes back. Ain't no doubt about that. Sean on the comments, how about the Rascals being backstage in AEW and signing there? Did they sign to AEW, or are you just saying, hypothetically, what if they signed? Because I'm not sure. I've been seeing that the Rascals TNA contract expired or is about to expire or something like that. But if they sign to AEW, good for them, man. Good on them.
I'm not aware of who the Rascals are. I love TNA, but I haven't kept up with it in a while.
Yeah, they're a new faction. One of the guys was on NXT. Wes Lee was part of the Rascals. And then his group were in NXT for a while. Wes Lee got released. They went back to TNA. And
Wes Lee's a part of that?
Yeah.
God, man, I haven't heard that name in a long time.
Yeah. So, yeah, if they sign to AEW, that's cool. I mean, their style of wrestling fits with AEW perfectly, I feel like.
Yeah, it's a very, 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 everybody in AEW kind of wrestles the same style. It's like that high octane indie style. Very, very, everybody's a fucking high flyer. Everybody does death defying stunts. That's like the AEW branded style. So I feel like they would fit there because they're basically all fucking indie darlings.
Yeah, they're young, big company, high flying guys, and they can just roam free in AEW, do whatever they want. So
if they get on TV,
right? Yeah. So
got to start making a whole nother show to start fitting all the people on this goddamn roster.
Yeah, dude. It's crazy, man. It's fucking
I don't know
wild.
I genuinely do not know why people still want to go work at AEW. I'm like, do you guys even watch the product, or you just want to go to AEW because it's the only place you can go that has the most competitive pay to WWE's contracts? Because if you actually watch their product, half their fucking roster can't get on TV. So why would you then go, I'll go over there, it'll be great for my career? No, the only thing it's going to be beneficial towards is your wallet. You will be lucky if you're able to get on TV past your initial 3 to 4 week fucking push and first storyline, and then you'll be Rusev sitting at home for a year. Okay,
I gotta assume that one of the reasons has to be guaranteed pay and the opportunity to be on TV. Maybe get over. Who knows?
They won't guarantee. They're not guaranteeing you TV.
I know. That comes the opportunity to be on TV.
Yeah, they are promising an opportunity, but they are not guaranteeing, solidified spots or a certain amount of minutes, or, the only thing they're guaranteeing is that while you're under contract, you will be paid whether you were on TV or at home, because that's what guaranteed contracts are.
Right.
That's what most contracts are nowadays. If you're injured, you're at home, you're getting paid.
Yeah.
It's not like if you're on contract and WWE just doesn't have anything for you, and you've been at home for 8 months, you've been getting paid for 8 months, because WWE, that's what the contracts are now. It's not like in the old days, 25 years ago, where like, hey, you only got paid if you worked that show, if you showed up that night, if you were on the card. That was the only way you used to get fucking paid. Back there was no guaranteed contracts back then. It was, did you work tonight? Okay, well, pick your check up over on your way out. Like that's what it used to be. Now it's, motherfucker, I don't work for you, represent you, or do shit for your brand in my free time unless my ass is getting paid for it. That's how that works.
And I honestly haven't been watching AEW for like the last 2 months. So I couldn't really tell you like where I would fit the Rascals in there if they did sign with AEW, because I don't know. Right now I've been recording for the last hour, so if they did, then yeah. If not, I would probably, be able to know a little bit more of what's happening. And I just been super busy with the podcast, like covering all this shit that I just haven't had time to watch AEW. Not because I've been watching AEW since it came out. Up until like 2 months ago, I just stopped watching. But I need to get back on watching some more AEW because I'm going to go to their show in February here in my hometown. I already got my ticket.
He's going to throw tomatoes at Ricochet's head.
Yeah, for real.
You call it a shout out to Norse Mr. Peaks, a.k.a. Moxie in the comments. Question. Do you guys see Obafemi winning the Royal Rumble?
Fuck.
I think it's too soon. I could see him winning it next year for sure. Let's see what he looks like after a year of buildup on the main roster. I could absolutely see him win 2027 Rumble, but there's too many stories right now to where having him win randomly wouldn't make sense. With Sammy right there in Saudi, Roman vying to get back to a title, and Bron Breakker trying to get back to a championship opportunity as well. Plus Cody's waiting in the wings to find an opportunity on his spot too. So I don't think Oba fits this year. Next year, absolutely.
At this point, I mean, we saw Obafemi relinquish the title on NXT a couple of weeks ago. He hasn't been on NXT. He hasn't been called up yet. We haven't seen him in the main roster. The Rumble is like 2 weeks away. At this point, I see Obafemi debuting at the Rumble, and if that's the case, he's going to get his debut. He's going to look good, get a major pop, but I don't think he's going to win it. Not this year.
No, but I do agree with Shadow King over here who says Obafemi versus Bron Breakker in a future main event. Absolutely.
Fuck,
I could see that
crazy.
too. That'd be an epic match. Yeah.
Well, I think we're going to end it here because I'm going to go meet up with Tommy next to do our NXT review of this week over on YouTube Live, Facebook Live, or X. So if you want to hang out with us some more, follow us over there on those channels. We're going to be talking NXT. But for now, I want to thank everyone that hung out with us, liked us, shared the live, followed, commented, and all that good shit. You guys are awesome.
All the gifts. Thank you guys so much.
And the gifts, yes.
We ended this live at 15. On my side, 15,600 likes.
Oh, that's it? I got 97,844.
How you see that? It does the number, then it does a decimal point. And then
know.
it does one number. You lying dog.
Don't be a hater, dog. Don't be a hater.
You call it a... Well, guys, that's going to wrap it up for this episode of Snug Wrestling. Thanks for kicking it with us. If you guys love hanging out with us, you can do that every Monday and Friday night after Raw and SmackDown go off the air, respectively, for live post-show reviews. And during the actual shows for bonus content, we do live reactions segment to segment on our social media. Check that out as well. And obviously, you're here right now, so that means you know that you can hang out with us usually on Thursday nights, but this week we changed it to Wednesday. Thursday nights at 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific on TikTok Live for our 1 hour sessions where we answer your fan questions live, and myself, Mr. Bludd, and that handsome Mexican over there go one-on-one for random or current wrestling topics. Then, don't forget, mark your calendars. Next Wednesday, we are doing predictions for Saturday night's main event, the first Saturday night's main event of the year. You can catch that on YouTube, Twitter or X, whatever you want to call it, and Facebook Live, 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific on Wednesday of next week. And the same exact time the week after that for Royal Rumble predictions, because we are just 2.5 weeks away from 2026's Royal Rumble, which will air on January 31st. So, guys, until next time, stay safe, stay savage, and stay snug.
Peace.